How should an asylum seeker behave? There's this gentleman from Ethiopia. He raped a woman and a young person, apparently a 15-year-old girl, was put in custody for 12 months. He was meant to be deported, but accidentally he was released and he ran off. The police has been looking for him. They haven't found him yet. Obviously, it's not a good thing. It smears a bad image on asylum seekers, especially those people still under the process of being granted or not granted. It brings a very bad picture because the biggest problem now in Europe, in UK, in America, it's the asylum issue. Asylum issue has become a very global problem, and whoever supports asylum seekers loses elections. That's why most governments nowadays, they are trying to restrict the number of people who come in, the number of people who are granted. It brings a bad image on asylum seekers. What I would advise you, if you're an asylum seeker, and even if you're not an asylum seeker, try to be a very good citizen. Be a good person in the country where you've gone to settle. Don't go there to commit crimes. Don't, please don't. The things you do, they reflect badly on other people who are in the process. Not everyone is bad. Some people travel for good reasons, but obviously that person who did that crime, I believe, even in his country, maybe he was being looked for. Maybe they were after him. They were going to put him in a detention center and then find a deportation order and remove him. He's on loose. It causes a problem now because if he's on a loose, he might commit another crime. That is what is worrying residents. That is what is worrying citizens. He might commit another crime when actually he's supposed to be in custody, he's supposed to be in jail.
Yes, bestie. Daddy nyam timetable.
I know.
Yes, because all our bestie. Okufumba kubadde kuntawanya
nga bulijjo tongamba
jukira ku mulimu violate atujjoina okolera hani dina ate hani yangambe emmere yeewoomo jukira giwajja n'ofumba.
My brothers and sisters, when you are an asylum seeker, try to behave. Try to behave your conduct. Be a good citizen wherever you are. You're in Canada, you're in USA, you're in Europe, you're in UK, you're in Japan. As long as you're an asylum seeker, try to keep your conduct. Be a good person. When you're granted to get a job, they check your criminality. If you have any crimes, they don't grant you any job. That's why it's always important to keep good behavior, good discipline. As an asylum seeker, you face trauma, you face challenges in the new country, but doesn't give you the right to commit crimes. Mind the people you associate with. Sometimes people travel and they become excited. They find bad peer groups. Try to associate with people who have the same behavior like you. I mean, there are so many African churches, mosques. Try to be in a community which you understand. Don't become a follower. Some people, what they do is when they come to different countries, they join with gangs, they join with groups, badly behaved groups. That's what puts people into trouble. So if you go into a country, join a group which you understand, a group which will respect you, a group which is going to add value on you. Don't just join groups because you have to. Some people in the community, they're already given up with life. They've given up on life. They have nothing to lose. They've been in jails before. They don't see anything new in their lives. Some people are very disappointed in their life because they haven't achieved anything. They end up being on the street, taking drugs, smoking, heavily drinking. If you go to a country, any country you go to and seek asylum, try to keep good behavior. Mind your behavior because your behavior will reflect on you. Also, it's going to reflect on others who are in the same process. Try to ensure that you go back and study. Yes, education is free when you're an asylum seeker. Look for work. When you're an asylum seeker, they give you a work permit. Go and make yourself busy. There are so many things you could do as an asylum seeker instead of going to be a crime statistic. When they put you in jail, affects your life and also affects your families, your friends. It affects your children, can affect everything. Also, it puts a danger on your work because it means that employment, you never seek particular work you need. You might end up just cleaning or washing cars. You might never get any serious employment. So mind the people you mix with, the people you associate with when you go abroad and seek asylum. You're in a hotel, keep to yourself. When you go into those hotels or shelters, you find other people there. You find other people, and some people have already given up on life. Keep your space, keep your lane, keep yourself busy. Don't be idle because idleness becomes another problem. Thank you very much.